Hi, welcome to Sew She Designs. My name is Shalisa, and this is Friday Sews. So today I'm going to be sharing you some of the makes I made this week, a little bit of the stuff that I'm working on or hope to be working on, as well as a little bit about life. So if there's something that you're interested in, please stay tuned. First of all, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. A special thanks to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag Friday Sews, where we share a little bit about sewing, life, and things that we're working on. If this is your first time, welcome, and we hope that you stick around. We have lots of fun. We're one big happy family. This week, I want to talk about some of my makes first. The first thing that I worked on was Simplicity 9499. Now, I shared this last week because I made this for my guy, and his shirt turned out nice. He did not model it, and he's already worn it and it's in dirty clothes, so I still don't have a picture of him wearing it. But I made this pattern, but this pattern is for adult size and children size. So I made this pattern and I used the size small and adult, and I made a shirt for my daughter, as well as I took the child size pattern and made it into I think I did kind of the same size but different lengths for her children, because they're small in size, but they're taller than one's taller than the other, and so forth and so on. So this is Simplicity 9499. And I'm going to use these mates and enter them into the Sew Selfless April 23 challenge on Instagram. If you haven't checked it out, you still have a couple of days left to get something to enter into the challenge. It is ran by My Social Thread, Sew for Serenity, and Stitch Him Sew. All these ladies, that's their name on Instagram as well as their name on YouTube. So if you haven't checked them out, check them out, and don't forget to post your mates on, I want to say it's the last day in April that you post your mates. The categories that you could enter are men's wear, ladies wear, children's from 0 to 2, and then children 2 and up, and then pets and accessories. So I'm going to show you my makes and what I did. I made the shirt so, because my daughter's always complaining about it's hard to find mommy and me outfits for a mom and a son. So I tried to make the shirts where they could maybe just wear with a pair of jeans and use it as her mommy and me outfits, because they're all similar. And especially for her, the one I made for her and my grandson, they're really similar. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to make something for her, because I know that's like one of her biggest complaints, and that's like an avenue that she really wants to travel down, is making mommy and me outfits for moms and sons. But I'm going to show you what I made and the changes that I did make to the shirts. So these are the ones I made for my granddaughters. So like I said, everybody's probably about the same size, but they're different heights. So this is for the older granddaughter, and this is for the next child. The middle child is a granddaughter as well. So you can see, just because I felt like the pattern was kind of maybe not as unisex as I would like. It looked a little not as girly as I would like. I added lace to the bottom of their shirts, and my daughter approved, so she said that was fine. So both of them got a little lace added to the bottom. So they got the shirts. Their shirts are exactly alike. Now for my grandson, I just made him the regular tee. And then my daughter, she has the lace for her sleeves. And I messed her collar up a tad bit. It's a little bigger than I want it to be. It should have been probably half the size. But hopefully when they put it on, it still looks cute. But this is her shirt. So I made her sleeve into like a little, it's a little lace, and it had a little bit of stretch to the lace. But I figured that was a good something. It's a shirt like his, but it's still kind of girly with the lace on it. So hopefully they'll put them on if I send it to them, because you guys know I made her a pillow to go on a bench at her house, as well as the little curtain to go over the window for the front door, and it's still sitting in the living room. So preferably this is going out this week. I will also, since I haven't sent it off, she wanted a cow print bag. Let me see if I still have it right here. And it's funny that she asked for it, because I had already cut this out with her in mind. Yeah. So I cut this bag out. It's been cut out for probably a couple months now. This is Simplicity 9398. And I cut out view A, this view down here. And it was funny that she asked for the cow print, because I thought this looked like her. I'm actually going to color block it with something else, but I'm going to show you guys what I plan on doing. I don't know how it's going to look or how it's going to turn out. Because the colors, now that I look at them, I was thinking they were the same, but they're not. But this is going to be one fabric on there. And the accent is going to be the cow print. So I don't know what it's going to look like, guys. We're going to see. But I love this cow print. I think that's so cute. So I cut this out to make that the accent. And then her name starts with a T. And this is, since this was polyester, once I finish, I was going to find a T, like the swirl T, and put on one side, just like to make it look as if it was monogram. Or I may break out the embroidery machine that I hadn't broke out in a long time, and I may embroider her initials on there. So that's something that I plan on working on this week, are bags. I think I have two. I think I had cut out two of the same bags to make, and hopefully I'll make both of them, because that's one of the things that I do when I've been making something and it seems to be taking up a lot of my time, and to get a little instant gratification in my life, I will make a bag, because they're usually simple. I can usually make them in a day, and it's just something to get my sojo going and get me motivated to keep on keeping on. So that's something that I plan on working on this week. Something else that I did this week was McCall's 8245, this pattern, and I made view A. And you can't totally see it, but view B is the same as view A, it's just longer. So what I was planning on working on was the Know Me pattern, the Brittany J. Jones Know Me pattern 2013, the skirt, the top and the skirt. But I feel like the material that I was going to use was too thin. So I'm going to show you the material. I picked this material because I thought it would be a nice set. But I'm going to show you how thin it is. It's really thin. So I've already cut that pattern out, and to I'm ready to make that set. However, the top is lined, and this, by being so thin, I would have to line the top. I would have to line the skirt, and it's just super thin. I was going to line it with this. So I don't think I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do is take this, and preferably there's enough fabric where I can try view B, the long version of this romper. And that's what I would like to try, because I don't feel like I got the neckline. Well, I know I didn't get the neckline quite right or as great as I wanted. And I'm going to show you what I did make. Not only did I not get the neckline as best that I wanted, the back, and I saw another YouTuber's video, and if I can think of her name, I watch her as well. She made this, and she was saying that she wanted to raise the line, the neckline in the back, and I totally agree with her. So I'm going to make those changes to my pattern. I'm going to raise the neckline in the back and bring it up higher. I'm actually, because it comes, I think she said her bra was showing, but my bra was just at that mark. Like if I sneezed or bent over, you would have saw my bra. So I'm probably going to bring it up 2 inches and in the back, but I would also like the way that it fit, and that's one reason I hadn't took, I need to take a picture so you can see, and I will take a picture of the both before and after. But I felt like the crotch, I don't know if you know, if you understand, but sometimes you'll see people have pants on and they have what you call like smile lines in the crotch. And I feel like I didn't quite have that smile line thing going on, but it was still a little higher than I needed it to be. And especially when you have thighs that try to fight for who's gonna be in the lead, that adds to bunching up of, you know, fabric between your thighs. So what I want to do is lower the crotch a little bit. So I'm going to lower the crotch and raise the neckline in the back. But when I tell you guys, other than that, you are going to love this pattern. There's also another pattern, and I think that one is for more silky type fabrics, but it is similar to this, and I'm hoping that I can do the woven material that I have out of the other pattern. Because what I'm thinking is, when it comes to pattern, and this is just me thinking out loud and talking to you, when it comes to pattern, the ease of knit is taken into consideration for this pattern, where the ease of woven is taken in consideration for the other pattern. So due to the types of fabric the other one calls for, I'm thinking the other fabric that I do have that I want to make a romper out of, I'll be able to do so. But that's something we'll talk about more when I cross that bridge. Right now, the bridge of crossing is I'm going to make the, I think they call the shorts the romper and this the jumper. I don't know. I'm going to make the long version. Like I said, I'm going to lower the crotch just a tad bit, and I'm going to raise the neckline in the back. Front was fine for me, but I'm not complaining, guys. I've already wore these to bed. And I'll probably put them back on after this video. You can see it's gathered a tad bit, and I don't think it's supposed to be so gathered on. Once I put the other young lady's YouTube, you'll see her version. It's more flat. So I think I put made my elastic too short. But it was cute little romper. It's first time wearing a romper, and ease of going to the restroom was totally easy. I give this pattern a 5, but I'll do a more of a close of a pattern review once I do the other version, because then I'll know more to share with you about my ups and downs about the pattern. But I loved it. This is some fabric I got like on clearance. I was like, perfect thing to try for this. I'm going to wear it around the house anyway. It was comfortable, and I didn't think that I was actually I've never really slept in anything like that, but it was actually comfortable, and like I say, at a certain age, we go to the bathroom 2-3 times a night. It was really easy going to the restroom with this. So I really do give this a 5 at this point, especially for the short one. I'm looking forward to that. This in this material right here. Now what's left over, I'm going to make a shirt with this and this out of the Simplicity shirt that is now my favorite shirt. It's not that it's my favorite shirt. When I say it is so simple, it is so simple. And I feel like it could really be a scrap buster. But I'm going to make this shirt because I'm going to use the same pattern size that I use for my daughter, for myself. And whatever is left, if it's more white, then the base will be white. But if I have enough to make the base of the shirt the multicolored, then I'll just do the sleeves in white. And I'll do a short sleeve like I did her, because the pattern does come with the option to do short sleeve or long sleeve. I think you see on here the guys have on long sleeve, but it does come with the option. That's all the things I'm working on. A little bit about life. Nothing major is going on. I did have a very interesting day today at work. I work at an upholstery shop, and I just answered the phone. So today we were working on a lady has two, I guess they were her dining room chairs, but they had a skirt on it. So the skirt wasn't like a slip cover, it was onto the chair. So because your fabric is only so wide, we needed a certain length of fabric to go around the whole entire chair. And we had to go around the entire chair based on how the chair was upholstered prior to it coming to us. So I don't know if I can find you a picture, but it kind of should have been done a little differently. But anyway, we had to go around the entire 4 sides of the chair with the fabric. Well, fabric was only 54 inches wide, and we needed it to be, I think we needed 72 inches, and then it was going to be gathered, so you double that. So with that being said, we had to cut out rolls of fabric and sew them together. Well, in upholstery and with garment making, what you want to do is match up your print. So today I just had a very great and thorough lesson from my boss about matching up the print. And I did it right, guys. It was so beautiful. I couldn't take a picture of me doing it because it was happening, and I actually wasn't thinking about it. But I should have taken a picture of how it looked at the end, because you would have more of an idea what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is, let's just say the end of your fabric is a flower and it's chopped in half, and then at the other end, when you grab the other piece of fabric, it's the other half of the flower. And if you match it up, it'll look like one continuation. So that's what I did today, learned how to match that up. And as much as people are like, oh, that's just so simple, it is very simple, and it is very technical at the same time. So I was really appreciative that he showed me that. And prayerfully, I'm going to pass that information on correctly to my garments. And we're going to see how, because one thing I try to stay away from is plaid. But we're gonna tackle some plaid at some point, because it's something that I feel like you need to learn if you want your clothes to look pristine. That's part of the reason that we make our own clothes, so the proper fit, so we can wear how we like it and design the style. So to get that pristine, crisp look, like Miss Karen, who I shared her on her channel with last week, she's all about that pristine and crisp look. I got a great lesson on lining up the prints on fabric, so I really appreciate that. And that was my highlight of the life part this week, other than thanking God that I'm here. Now, some of the things that I have coming up, we're going to make the Katia shirt. The Katia shirt is a free PDF pattern by Mood Society. It is supposed to be a zero waste pattern, but I'm going to show you how I made this shirt according to Shalisa. So here's the shirt. And this shirt was made with a Ponte knit. Oh my goodness, it is so nice. This is my first time working with Ponte knit. But it's so nice and thick. And I actually think I want to find this same, because I got this at Joann's. So if I can find this for the 2013 Know Me pattern by Brittany J. Jones, that would be so awesome. But this was fabulous fabric to work with. But this is what the shirt looks like. It's very simple. I'm going to do a sew along, and hopefully I have it out this weekend, guys. But it's a very beautiful shirt, very easy. And I'm going to show you how to put this together according to Shalisa. And I say that because I'm learning how to follow patterns, but I am also a visual learner. And sometimes I put the pieces together without, I'm not going to say I don't read, but sometimes I'm not saying I always understand completely what they're telling me to do in the instructions. And with this PDF pattern, I'm going to try to read through the instructions before I do the tutorial. I never read the instructions because when I saw the shirt and I saw the pattern pieces, I immediately knew how it went together. So with that being said, I'm going to show you how to put the pattern pieces together. We're gonna cut the pattern out of our fabric, and I'm going to show you how I put this shirt together. When I tell you this easy peasy, you're going to love this shirt. I've made two. The first one I made a gray set. I made a matching bottoms to it. However, that fabric I got from Walmart, and there's no diss on Walmart. It was just that particular fabric. Every time I went somewhere and it grabbed on something, it snagged and it was pulled and pulled. So I ended up having to just scrap that whole set and just cut it up into pieces. And what I do with like really small pieces of scrap that I really can't do anything else with, I used it to stuff other things. So I was making dog beds, and I literally had to scrap that because I had pulls from every which way on the shirt and the bottom, and I had to scrap it. So I'm going to make an entire set, but for the tutorial, I am only going to make the top. But when I tell you guys, you're going to love this top, and there's nothing else that you're going to love it. So we're going to do that tutorial, preferably this weekend, hopefully by Monday. So before we go, today's shout out is going to be Sewing Up Style. I'm shouting her out because she's doing a series with my friend So Lovely with Grace. Please watch these channels, ladies. This is going to be a nice little collaboration that they're doing. They're doing a series called Embrace the Lace. So they're doing different shirts and, you know, garments with using lace. I bought some lace, so I can't wait to see what they're doing and what they're going to inspire me to make. So this week's shout out goes to Sewing Up Style. And that's all for now, guys. Until the next video, don't forget to sew something fabulous. Have a wonderful day. Bye.